it's a different one this season, and I'm going to do a quick video and explaining what it is, the dates we need to remember, and also some of the bigger teams in it. Because luckily for us, what was going to be one of the biggest teams and hardest teams in there has now been taken out because of Man United's success in the FA Cup, and that's Chelsea. They'll now be in the Conference League. And I believe Chelsea was going to be one of the favourites for the competition ahead of us. So now they're not in it. It's really good for us, and it gives us so much higher chance of winning the competition. So it's a completely new format, so we'll go through that in a second. But to start off with, the final of the Europa League, which hopefully we'll get to, is going to be in Bilbao. Okay, so the date of that at the moment is the 21st of May. So with the Europa League, is the biggest change to it is more the group stage. So instead of having all the different groups with 4 teams in it, it will now be a 36 team league. Okay, so you'll be playing 8 games, but 8 different teams rather than 4 teams or 3 teams twice. So there's going to be more games for you to go to. However, there won't be two of the same fixture. So it'll be 8 different sides, 4 at home and 4 away. Okay, so once you've completed those, the top 8 in the table, so the 36 team table, will go directly into the round of 16. The sides finishing between 9th and 24th will then contest in a knockout round playoff, with the winners of that going through to the last 16, and then it's on to normal knockouts. So with that, the game days of the group stages, match day 1 is going to be on the 25th or 26th of September, match day 2 the 3rd of October, match day 3 24th of October, 4 is going to be the 7th of October, 5 is going to be the 28th of, 4 is going to be the 7th of November, 5 is going to be the 28th of November, 6 is going to be the 12th of December, 7th is going to be the 23rd of January, and 8 is going to be the 30th of January. So then if you are between that 9th place and 24th place, you'll be going into the knockout round playoffs, which will be on the 13th or 20th. And then from there, there'll be the round of 16, which will be the 6th and 13th of March. Then you'll have the quarterfinals, which is going to be on the 10th and 17th of April. The semi-finals, which are going to be on the 1st and 8th of May. And then the final, as we said, on the 21st of May as of now. So if you're confident with your team, so mine's Tottenham, if you're really confident with that, start booking your plane tickets now, because closer to the date, the more expensive the things are going to go to, or more expensive the flights are going to be. So there's there's a lot of teams in it, and with it, the main teams in it are already in the league phase of it. So you've got Olympiacos, Man United, Tottenham, Bilbao, Sociedad, Frankfurt, Hoffenheim, Roma, Lazio, Nice, Lyon, AZ, and also Porto. There will also be some Champions League playoff teams going into there. And on top of that, there's also the playoff rounds, which still need to happen, which the main teams from there, we won't go through all of them. The main teams from there is Anderlecht and Besiktas. Then there's also a 3rd round qualifying, which has got more Champions League knockout or qualifiers going into there. There's not really any mental teams in there. You've probably got Servette from Switzerland and then Victoria Pleasant from Czech. Then in the 2nd round qualifying, there's some big teams in there, which are quite surprising that they're this low down, but they have had a bad season this season. And that is Ajax and Braga have actually had a decent season for them, but they're still a bigger side in that sort of low sort of qualifying stage. On top of there, the main ones, you're looking at Panathinaikos, and you're also looking at maybe Molde. And you're thinking of there might be a new Haaland regen going in there as well. Then there's the 1st round qualifying, and when I'm looking at that, personally, I don't recognise a lot of the names other than Paphos, and then also Sheriff. But from that, I don't know a lot of the names there. So I'm pretty confident with Tottenham in this competition, and I think it's so much better for us to be in this competition and prove ourselves in this, rather than going to the Champions League, which we're not ready for. And on top of that, if we get perform early really well, then we can start bedding in the youngsters and start strengthening our squad through that way, giving them game time, because this season that's what we've struggled with, and we've kind of had to throw players in rather than bedding them and getting them the minutes and then they earning their way in. They've kind of just been thrown in the deep end in the Prem because of our cup competitions and lack of Europe have not been good this season. So that's the Europa League in the 24-25 season and so on. Let me know what your team is. Let me know if you think you're going to get into the higher stages. Let me know if you think it's a better format this way. I quite like the way that there's more games and there's 4 at home and 4 away. So you're getting to see a few different teams. And also for the smaller teams, there's more chance of them going to the bigger away days and making history for their club. So you had like a few seasons under Conte, we had Rennes come to us and then they beat us, and that was, well, we went to Rennes and they beat us, and there's things like that will really make small teams. Well, I like Rennes anyway, so not really a small team, but things like that and those sort of upsets really make those sort of teams. I think we played that Croatian team. I believe it was Croatian when Orsic scored against Tottenham when we had Mourinho, and things like that really make those sort of teams, and it's giving a lot more chance for the underdogs in that sense, and also having that many teams go through and giving them a chance of doing the knockouts was also going to help them progress and hopefully earn some more money, and maybe if they win it, get into the Champions League as well. So let me know what you think, if you prefer the format, if you think your team's going to go higher, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.